Hey there, my name is Jayden and I'm a 17-year-old blacksmith from Colorado. This is my shop, and today hopefully you're going to be joining me while I make a Damascus bottle opener. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut up some 15N20 and some 1080 high carbon steel. So we're going to take these over to the saw. Alright, 1084 has been cut. Time for the 15N20. Okay, we've got all of our steel cut. Now we gotta grind it off on the grinder to take care of any of these impurities on here so that it welds up well and we don't get any occlusions. So I've got my clean metal here. The thinner pieces like these are 15N20 and the thicker ones are 1084. So we're going to alternate 1084 and 15N20, and this should take us up to a total of 8 layers. Alright, let's weld it. Alright, so I've got my billet all good and welded up, and now I'm going to throw it into the fire. Okay, there's a good chance you're probably not going to be able to hear me because I have poor audio equipment, but I've got the billet fluxed up and it's in the fire heating up. I'm going to do the first weld set by hand, and then I'll do the rest of it under the press. Time for the fun part.
No connections get high, different step for every season.
So right now I'm forging this Damascus bottle opener, and I just got accepted to college. I'm a CU student now. Alright, so this Damascus billet has been all nice and welded up. You can see the layer lines really clearly. It's about a foot long or so. I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces, and we're going to get up to 32 layers. Alright, handle's off, and it looks like it welded up well. Alright, new billet is stacked up. You can see the layers pretty well there in the bottom too. We're going to weld this up, and we'll be at 32 layers. Now that it's been good and welded up, I'm going to come over here and dial this down just a little bit to save some fuel, because I am no longer forge welding, I'm just forging. Alright, so I've just finished forging on this billet for the night, letting it anneal in the forge, and I will be back tomorrow to finish it up. Alright, welcome back everybody. Day 2 in the forge here. I got my billet nice and annealed. We're at 32 layers on this, and today we're going to weld it and take it up to 120 something and possibly more. We'll see how it goes. next off, I have to grind all these off. Once again, trying to get all the forge scale off so that when I go to weld them again, we don't get any inclusions. I struggled on the belt grinder a little bit last time, mostly because my belts are starting to get really dull. So I think I'm gonna use the pedestal grinder to rip off all the scale and then go to the belts. Steel is nice and clean, so I'm going to stack this billet up and tack weld it together, just slap a handle on it, and we'll throw it in fire. The video is self-aware. Alright, so I'm all done forging on this billet. We're up to 132 layers, and we've got a cat on my shoulders. This is Jimbo. Say hi. But letting it anneal in the forge right now, and once it's cooled down, we'll cut it up and go to 500. So in there cooling down right now, and in the meantime, me and Jimbo are going to do some editing. Rightio, billet is cooling down. Should be ready in about 10 minutes here, but if you look real close in there, oh, focus, there we go. You can see the pattern. It's looking good, high layer count, but we're gonna go all the way to 1,000. Alright, so we are now at 512 layers. See if I can get focus in there. Yeah, 512 layers and letting it anneal in the forge right now. So the billet is just finished annealing. It's nice and cool to the touch now. And I was just cleaning up through some of this junk and I found the offcut for every single one of the billets I've made so far. So that's kind of cool to see the progression. Hopefully I'll be able to etch the edges all and we can see the difference. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 512 layers in each of these two pieces. We're going to forge them together to get 1,000 layers. It's been a long journey, it's been blood, sweat, and tears, but thanks for coming along. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, 1,024 layers of Damascus steel sitting in the forge annealing. We did it. 1,000 layers of Damascus. That's 900 more layers than I've ever done before. I could not be more excited. A quick test etch shows that this is going to be a really cool pattern. Just absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait. Thank you very much for coming along. I'll be making a part 2 for this video where I actually forged the bottle opener. So please feel free to leave any comments or suggestions. And what are the other things? Oh yeah, like and subscribe.